And welcome once again to Thank You for Playing Podcast. I am yours truly, the Mighty Toro, and I am accompanied by my wonderful co-host / RL pals, Lambo, editor extraordinaire, and DL Jizzle, artist supreme. How's it going, my dudes? Y'all doing all right?
What's up?
What's good?
Doing
man?
a lot better these days.
Oh yeah, what do you mean these days? What's going on with you?
Last couple of days, your boy was sick out here. I was sleeping for a whole 12 hours. Yeah, I was.
Big yikes.
Body was weak.
It caught up on all that sleep you missed, huh?
Yeah. Anytime I got up and walked around, my knees kind of hurt. My body ached. So I just took it easy and just laid down. It was like a 24-hour thing, but now I'm better. I'm just trying to get over this cough I have now, but it was pretty rough about a day and a half ago, but I'm good now.
Sounds like to me you got super juiced up one too many times, dude. You have to chill out, dude.
I'm all juiced out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you may want to hold off on that today.
Might want to recharge your battery, dude. Yeah.
Got to take care of yourself, bro.
Oh, yeah. The question is, do you have enough juice for a question of the week, or are we retiring it this week because you juiced out, or can you, gather enough juice and ask us one of your fantastic questions?
Well, I was, conversing with my beautiful young lady, Amber, earlier, she's not here today. She's not here today.
Yeah.
I was sick. She don't want to get sick. I don't want to get her sick. You know what I'm saying? So,
makes sense.
For business.
But anyways, I was like, should I give him a question of the week? She was like, yeah, you should. I was like, okay. So anyways, I thought up one and I got one for you guys. You guys ready?
Lay it on us.
Well, check this out. Remember,
before you ask us, you gotta start it off right, because it powered me up every time you say it. Question for you young men. I gotta hear that before you ask the question.
Question for you young men.
There it is.
So I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys if you guys were side characters. What would your side quests be? You remember that?
Oh, the homie Pip.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So now let's say you guys are the main characters of the game, right?
Okay.
And you guys have a weapon. What would your weapon of choice be in this game? And give me like a perk that you would want to power up for your weapon to like make it do something other than the normal use of the weapon. You know what I mean? Just example. Right. Say if you guys say I want a sword. Say if you get like, I don't know, a perk to put on the sword and now all of a sudden it can shoot a laser or something. I don't know. So give me the weapon and then one of the crazy perks you would want the weapon to have.
Lambo, you want this one?
All right, so this one's pretty easy because I've thought about this one a few times before.
You guys are Soul Calibur, dude. You also had this weapon thing already drawn out,
Yep. So the main one that I would want to go with, I've always been a big fan of pole arms. So I would go with some kind of spear. I don't know exactly what it would look like necessarily.
That's what a spear is called?
Pole arms. Yeah. A spear is a type of pole arm. A pole arm is a large category of weapons.
Okay. It's like a pole. Like, arms is like a name for like a weapon, and pole, so it's like pole arm.
See, I already knew y'all know way more about these weapons than I.
Yeah, so pole arms include like halberds and bow staffs, any kind of pole weapon is a pole arm. So, but yeah, I'd go with some kind of spear, and of course, I got to go with the lightning powers. But I don't know what I would want the lightning to do. I kind of feel like being able to generate like just an electric shockwave around you would be pretty cool. Okay. But I could also see it being really cool being able to like call down a lightning strike up to a certain distance away. I think that'd be really cool too.
Yeah.
So either one of those, either a lightning shockwave, type of thing, or being able to call down a lightning strike. One or the other. I'll let you decide what I get. You're the one making this weapon.
Okay. What about you,
Oh,
Tor?
man. It's so funny that this is the question of the week. So, to all my listeners, I'm going to say our, but I'm going to say my listeners because you're listening to, I don't want to say sensitive information. I've talked to Lambo about this before. I'm also writing a book on the side. It's called The Book of Tor. So, BLJ, Artist Supreme, asked me this question of the week. I'll share one of the weapons from that book. And the hero that wields this particular weapon, his name is Torian the Merciful. And as you can guess in his name, Torian the Merciful, he doesn't take time. I'm not say time. He doesn't take kindly to killing people. He's very merciful. He doesn't believe in using fatal force, but he always says he will if he has to. Bill J, I don't know if you can get us some MK9 footage, but there's an intro by Human Cyrex, and he says, I'll kill you if I have to. That's Torian the Merciful's mindset, only if he has to. And his weapon of choice, it's manifested. He has a it's so funny that y'all bring this up, and I'm gonna try not to elaborate too much, but he has a sword hilt on his back. That's all it is. It's a sword hilt on his back, and the sword hilt it's powered up. It's manifested by his own power. Like he holds his hand up, and he has this blue energy. His energy is what am I trying to say? His energy is displayed in regards to his emotions, his feelings, right? So he uses non-lethal force. So he manifests. So some people call them Eskrima sticks, like Nightwing uses, but I call them by their name, Kaylee stick. Yeah, he can manifest those. He manifests like it's like a broad. It's a dull greatsword. He uses it more like a boat oar to fight. So he uses that, and he uses his Kaylee sticks. But legend has it, rumor has it, that if he ever has to use lethal force, that sword hilt, it comes into play, and that blue energy turns from blue to like darkish oxblood red. Now, I'm not going to say any more than that, but that would be my main character's weapon of choice. I guess his weapon of choice would be his own life force. Like, he uses that, like non-lethal force doesn't take much out of him, but there's a cost in regards to using that lethal force. And that will be manifested, that story will be brought to life another time. So those listeners, if I see somebody talking that, my energy's yellow, and when I get real mad, it turns black, then I know where you got it from. But that's his weapon of choice. And again, I always say that you ask great questions, keep them coming, because I always feel like that these are think questions. I'm always reaching in the bag and thinking, I'm trying to give us a great, elaborate answer. You stumped me with one. I think it was the quotes, which I'm super disappointed I didn't get that one because I'm always talking to myself. But you caught me by surprise with that one. Pulled the carpet right out from under me. But if that makes sense, hopefully I described that weapon to y'all well enough. But that's the weapon my main character would use. If you ever do a part 2, I'll share one more and then I'm gonna be quiet. But yeah, those are my answers. I mean, but good question, by the way.
Okay, interesting. So my weapon would be it's actually the weapon I was just talking to you guys about, and I forgot the name of it. What was the name of it? The
double-sided blade or double-sided spear, or what'd you call it, Lambo?
Twin blade.
Twin blade.
Yeah. So I've always liked staffs. Like whenever I watch like an old kung fu movie, and the guy gets like a broom or whatever, he hands it from the bristles at the bottom, and he like beats everybody up with the stick. Like I've always liked that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But I do like it when there's like blades on the end. You know what I mean? So I've also seen people, I mean, obviously I can't do it right now because I don't got a stick and I don't even have these skills to even do it, even if I had a stick. But you know how people can like over their head and like behind their back and do all kind of stuff and then like hit people all over the place, I like that type of stuff, right? So if I was able to have a weapon, it would be that weapon, a double-edged spear. Is that what it's called? Double-edged spear?
Double-edged spear, twin blade, somewhere in that,
So
it's got a few names.
Yeah.
Well, one of those names, I want it to be that weapon, right? And if I had to have like some kind of crazy perk that you power it up in the game or whatever, and it gets better and better as time goes, I would like if I was able to swing my weapon, like whatever way, and the rays from my weapon, because obviously I would have it like lighten up or whatever, right? So if I'm swinging it whatever way, like there'll be like this ray of light that could grab you, like a rope, almost like a Wonder Woman's lasso type thing,
Okay.
So I can like do all my little crazy combo, and then I can just make it turn into like a lasso real quick and grab somebody, and then get over here like Scorpion move, and just kind of bring them in to combo them, you know what I'm saying, or fling them away. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be one of mine. Like it's a close combat weapon, and also a weapon good for crowds. But at the same time, I could like long range grab somebody with it and just like pull them towards
they're not getting away from you.
So,
that's what I was saying. What an OP weapon.
That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to play fair. What do you mean? Yeah, so
that's why I like God of War. It's a power fantasy, man. Come on.
Actually, that's why I got this question from, because I was playing the game, and in the newer God of War, he has an axe, and then he has the Blades of Chaos. I don't want to mention the other weapon he gets in this game. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't got it, but he has 3 main weapons. So I thought like, what would my guys' weapons be? And in the game, you can add all these different perks to the weapons, make the weapon do extra frost, freeze enemies, or extra flames to the enemies, like damage over time type stuff. So that's why I said, what kind of perks would you guys put in there? Just to juice up your weapon. So but this is actually a God of War inspired question. So
cool. Well, thanks for asking. Thanks for getting inspired. That's a cool question. Lambo, you got that look in your eyes, man. What's picking your brain?
We like to bring up a bit of news every now and then, and I got one today that
news
caught me by surprise when it was announced today. And I know that Toro, you and I have participated in this in the past. BLJ, I feel like if you didn't participate in the past, maybe this is something you'll be interested in going forward. But they announced PlayStation tournaments on PS5.
Oh, man.
So, I know you remember that, Toro.
So, here's my theory crafting. They're announcing PS5 tournaments because the fighting game community about to go crazy. Shout out to Keith Crew. But we got Tekken 8 dropping eventually. Street Fighter 6, King of Fighters 15 is still popping off, adding characters. So a lot of these games are adopting the rollback, and with the PS5 it's going to be faster processing speed, yada yada yada. So I feel like this is going to be a great scene. Double-edged sword, most definitely, because I've already seen some news articles or blogs that people feel the local tournament scene is dying due to online tournaments. So, I don't know how to feel about that because I enjoy online tournaments, but at the same time, I think I told you this before. There is a special feeling, and like I say, we talked about our days at on local tournaments, there's a special feeling when you meet someone and y'all don't know each other, and fate so happens to place y'all in a bracket together and y'all fight each other, and then y'all become friends. You know,
Yep.
and the adrenaline rush is unreal when you're sitting by somebody and you're like, here I go. It's my time to shine. You know, I have to outthink this person. I have to outplay this person. I have to be patient. That is a wonderful feeling. And even when you lose, this is how it should be. This is from my perspective. Even when I lose, you know, my blood is just pumping and my heart feel like it's about to jump out my mouth. But you look up at your opponent and you give them a firm handshake and you're like, hey, good game. And it's an indescribable feeling. It really makes you feel like, you know, you had a legendary battle. And then if it's a weekly, monthly, or whatever, you can come back and maybe I'll win the next time. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. But online tournaments, that is some good news. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe they'll resurrect our game and give it some more hype.
But
I don't
so
know.
far they've only announced it for 3 games. So far, the only tournaments that have been announced have been it was FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, and Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, okay. Well,
Which that one was surprising. I thought it was going to be something else.
Well, Strive is the most modern, like built around PS5. Like a lot of the games are in last gen still, correct?
Yeah.
And DNF.
Well, Strive was last gen too,
even
wasn't
though it is. Yes, but it also it was last gen, but it was also PS5. It was released for PS5. All the other games like Street Fighter 5 doesn't have a PS5 version. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11 does though.
Yeah, it does. But I'm surprised that it's not on there. I'm like you. I'm surprised that MK11 is not there.
I'm not saying Strive didn't deserve its spot there. I'm just surprised it was the only one. You know?
Yeah. So, question for you guys, a bit of theory crafting. We talked about Sin Keith. He touched down. We talked about that last episode.
Right.
BLJ, I don't know how familiar you are with the Guilty Gear world, but they say more DLC characters are on the way. For funsies,
I think they said 2 more, right?
What kind of word is that? Yeah, for funsies and bragging rights. Yeah, for funsies and bragging rights, and we can only pick one. We don't want to do 2 because you never know. What character do you think is on the way? And I will say not exactly next, since it's two coming. It can be in either order. But what one character do you absolutely know will be who's touching down next? I have an idea. Hopefully, I don't take my character
because I don't know much about Guilty Gear like that. Like I had Guilty Gear, this one that was on like PlayStation 2 back in the day, but I played.
Let me ask you this: yeah, do you see a character that you used to know that's not in the game?
Well, there's a character that I really like that's been in all the other games, but he's not in this one. I don't know how popular he is, but I think he's a dope character. So I don't want to say who is popular or not because I don't know on the Guilty Gear.
Go ahead and cast your guess.
Well, who is it you want to see? Because I'm going to tell you who I want to see here in a minute.
I would love to see Venom. That's the guy with the pool stick, right?
Yep.
I like him.
And it's funny, that's one of the ones I think it could actually be. I think Venom is a pretty decent possibility.
Well, we're going to cast that as BLJ's vote. So you get the theory craft and say your other character, unless Venom was the one you was banking on too. See what I did there? Banking, pool shot.
I see what you did there.
That's so funny.
I do partake of some billiards. But I think Venom has a strong possibility, but I don't like. He's not a character that I would say for sure is going to be in there. I kind of have a feeling it's going to be Dizzy. Even though I really want to see Cliff, I feel like Dizzy is probably going to happen.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut all that down. Those are good guesses, but I just feel without a doubt, cliche as it is, it's going to be Jam. Jam is going to pop up next. It's going to be Jam.
I
Watch what I
forgot
tell
about
you.
Jam.
It's
Is
gonna
that
Yeah.
a fan favorite?
Jam is a fan favorite. She looks like
She's a
Stryker.
waifu.
Yeah, people thought that Stryker was Jam. Jam looks like Stryker, except her hair is like in a loop. It's like a circle behind her head or something like that.
I know what Jam is. She's a pretty dope character.
That's who I think is going to
Yeah.
show up next.
I did forget about Jam.
Mm-hmm. So we got
I
Venom,
can definitely see
we got
that,
Dizzy, and we got Jam. So let's see. Let's keep track of this episode. Let's see who, because I'm definitely going to be like,
See who's right.
do my little pose. That'll be cool. Maybe you can play some cool victory music or something. You know how
Right.
you do. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'll just be happy to have Cliff back, honestly, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think
for
that's
sure.
going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, speaking of, we've talked about, PlayStation tournaments and Guilty Gear made it. The Game Awards are right around the corner. And we were talking about
Less than a week.
earlier. Yeah, we were talking about earlier this week, or maybe even last episode. I don't think we did. We're going to talk about a little bit. And Lambo, you know how you keep us all in the loop. You informed us that they actually have the nominees for certain categories. So, to our listeners and our viewers, we thought it would be a great idea to, I like saying the word theory craft. We thought it'd be a great idea to theory craft our predictions. Now, with that being said, that's my other quote. A lot of these categories, all three of us are going to be scratching our head like, so
Yeah,
for the sake
there's
of
some of these I
time-
know nothing about.
Yeah, for the sake of time and not having y'all yell at us for pronouncing it wrong or not knowing, the categories that we don't know, we probably won't elaborate on those. There are a lot of categories. So
I think we still
bear
should
with
pick who
us.
we think is going to be the winner.
Oh, yeah. Bear with us. I'm not going to do that. You going to actually pick who you...
Nah, just be like, you know what? Even if it's just a random pick, just be like, it's going to be this one or it's going to be that one.
I'm going to let you do that. But we'll let y'all spin around in y'all virtual chair with us, and we're going to get this we're going to get this scenario started. And we'll see. We'll look back on this episode and, see if we made some good predictions or not. So we're already in foreign territory. This first category we have, and it's the first category that we ran into. We're starting backwards, as you can see on the screen. It's best esports event.
Woo!
So
no, it's not completely foreign. One of us has been to one of these.
Yeah, BLJ. So since we not too familiar, like I know League of Legends and I know about the game, but what is that? PGL and the 2022 midseason and Valorant Champions 2022. We're not familiar with those. So BLJ, I'll ask you this. Why does EVO deserve to be best esports event? Like, why does it triumph over all the other ones?
Well, I want to say all these other events, even though they're for different types of games, the whole thing is it's a big tournament where people are getting together from all over the world in one place to win at certain type of games, right?
Yes.
Because my whole spiel was going to be, man, at EVO, you got people coming from all over the world under one roof for fighting games, but that's what they're all doing. Yeah. So I'm trying to think like how to give it to EVO over the years. You know what I mean?
I'm going to push back a little bit.
Okay.
I agree with you. They're all bringing in people from all over the world. But to me, what makes EVO different from an event like League of Legends World Championships is that EVO is bringing people together for a bunch of different games, not just for one game. So I feel like it has the advantage in that regard.
Oh, wait. Okay, so all these other events, these other events are just for one game?
Yes.
So the League of Legends one and the Valorant one, I'm pretty sure are just for one game. The other two, I don't know.
I have a hunch that the mid-season invitational, whatever that may be, it's mid-season of a particular game.
Yeah. And it looks like there's like some kind of sports ball on that trophy. So maybe it's like a NBA or a Madden or something kind of event.
Might be
so I didn't even get to
read
read
just be sports games in general.
Yeah, the description says recognizing an event across single or multiple days that delivered a best of class experience for participants and the broadcast audience.
Yeah.
Evo, well, I definitely put my hat in for Evo, but best
Yeah.
of luck to the other the
I'll
other
say this.
entrants. What up?
The fact that, like Lambo said, there's a lot of fighting games there. Like they have the main games that are,
Yeah,
main days or whatever. But then there are also a lot of side tournaments as well. Like some people come from all over just to play Third Strike, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or
Yeah.
MK3 or something like that. So with that being said, if these events are just for one game, and you got Evo that's got I don't want to exaggerate the number. Let's say easily over 50 games, and people are all
yeah.
coming over all over the world just to play one genre of gaming, but it's a lot of games that they're there for. I'll put my put my vote in for Evo just for the fighting genre of bringing everybody together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah,
That's where my
I'm pretty
biased vote is too.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
But unfortunately, I feel like it's a popularity contest, and the League of Legends Championship's going to win.
All right, we'll see. All right, well, let's go to the next category and let's see if we're going to skip it or we actually know anything about
Yeah,
it.
right.
That's what I'm excited to see. So the next category is oh,
Don't know
best
anything.
esports coach.
I don't
So
even
we
know who these
skipping
people
that?
are.
Do you know any of these guys?
No,
Oh man.
Nope.
Well, we're gonna leave these guys alone. They look intense. I don't
I'm
want
going to
them.
let Score is going to be the winner. That's
Oh,
my
yeah?
guess. Yeah.
Scores your guy. All right, cool.
Yep.
Next.
That's my guy.
All right, cool. Next category. Whoa, here we are again. Best esports team.
I know one of these teams, and that's
Okay.
it.
Which
So
team
for
is
those that maybe are just maybe listening and not watching, we have Dark Zero Esports, we have FaZe Clan, we have Gen.G, LA Thieves, and Loud. And I have no idea who any of these teams. I don't know their origin, but it says
FaZe
Dark
Clan's the
Zero
only one I know.
Esports. Which one?
FaZe Clan.
Oh, okay, and they're CS:GO players. Dark Zero Esports, they're Apex Legends. Gen.G is League of Legends. LA Thieves is Call of Duty. And Loud is Valorant. And
Yep.
you're going to go with FaZe Clan because you know those guys?
Sure. Why not?
Fair enough. All right. Moving on. Whoa, here's another one. Here's another banger that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Best esports athlete. The esports athlete judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct. I like how they added that in there. Conduct. And
Yeah.
2022, irrespective of game.
Yep.
So
it doesn't matter
I
what
see
game they
one
play.
guy on here. Yeah, I see one guy on here, and I think he's going to win. And I could be wrong, but he just makes insane plays. He was like, he was a god at League of Legends back in the day, and I think
I
he's
know who you're
still
talking
elite
about.
now. Faker. Like I
Yep.
don't keep up with him too much, but Faker this, Faker that. I want to be the
Yep.
next Faker. So I don't know how much star power Faker still has, but just for fun, just for funsies, I'm gonna go with Faker. Do
I
y'all know
second
any
that
of
motion.
these? Oh, okay. So we
Baker's
both
the
going
only
for
one
Faker.
I know. He's the only one I've heard
And
of.
DLJ, you looking like,
I know
yeah. All right, we gonna move on then. Cool. All right, next category. We got quite a few to get by. Best esports game.
Okay,
For
now
the
this is
game-
where I'm going to chip in a little more.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. So we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, we have Dota 2, we have League of Legends, we have Rocket League, and we have Valorant. So Lambo, take us away because I'm sitting on the back burner for this one.
So Valorant
Yeah,
is the
say.
only one here that I don't know what type of game it is or how it
Gotcha.
plays. But knowing and having viewed these games, other games in the past, I feel like from a spectator's perspective, it should either be Counter-Strike or Rocket League. I feel like those are the most thrilling games to watch. League of Legends and Dota, they can have their moments, but I feel like there's a lot of downtime in between the moments unless you know how the games are played, and so you know what they're doing during that downtime.
Cool.
But as far as just overall having a good time watching, I feel like it should either be CS:GO or Rocket League.
All right. So if you had, I'm gonna dig a little deeper. If you had to choose between the two, who do you think is going to take it home?
Who's going to win?
Yeah.
League's probably going to win because, like I said earlier, it's a popularity contest. But out of the two that I said, who would I want to see win? Probably Rocket League. I feel like Rocket League's more hype to watch because there's a lot of crazy things that happen.
I feel like it would do a lot for Rocket League too. Not saying that it's a failing game. I'm pretty sure it's doing well, but it would propel it even further popularity wise if it won best esports game. Cool.
I agree.
All right. Well, let's see what's popping next. Oh, here's one.
Now, this is one we can talk about.
I think. Yeah. So, most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has, what is it? Demonstrably. Yeah, there we go. They making me pull out the boy. I had to put my glasses on. Demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward, and we have Final Fantasy 16. Well, I'm gonna do my announcer voice. Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. So, talk to me, Lambo. Who do you think will take that? Most anticipated game?
Okay. All right. So, again, popularity contest. I feel like Legend of Zelda's probably going to take it. Maybe Hogwarts. I see a potential future where Hogwarts could take it. Yeah.
I think they're going to be a close second. But I think Zelda's going to take it, no doubt.
Yeah. My personal choice, of course, is Final Fantasy 16. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. I feel like it's just filling in the slots, to make it look high.
Yeah.
What I was going to add in is I'm with you. Zelda is going to be number one for sure. Hogwarts Legacy is going to be a close second. I feel like Starfield, it's kind of in the minority. Like a lot of people know about it, but I think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. So, which is not going to be the most anticipated game. Now, and I know my logic seems flawed because Zelda is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but it's Zelda. You know what I mean? So,
Zelda has a one-up just because of that.
Yeah, and RE4, it's going to bring up the rear because people have already experienced the journey before. It's going to be a badass game.
I got to disagree with you on that.
Okay.
I feel like Resident Evil would do better than Starfield. I feel like Starfield is the one bringing up the rear on this category.
I didn't particularly mean dead last, but I mean like it's not going to be.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
BLJ,
about you, BLJ, what's your choice?
No, I mean, so this the Legend of Zelda game. Is this like a part 2 to what's the one that came out? Yeah, so I never played that one, but I heard amazing things about it, and it even looked like a really fun game. It's actually a game that I would like to play, but it only comes out on Switch, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't have a Switch, so I probably won't be playing it. But that does look like a really great game. And if I had to go on who's going to win, I would most likely say that because of the popularity, But that, and I also have a lot of interest in Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
That's another game that I've always heard amazing things about. And when I seen the trailer for it, it made me just want to get it, And keep in mind, guys, this is a game. Well, I didn't play this one, but this is a series that I would get the game and then I would turn it back in the next day because I was too big of a chicken to play it. You know what I'm saying? But this one, This one I'm thinking about actually getting it.
That's what drew Amber to you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy chicken. No, this one looks really good. I think I might get it and actually try to play it. So it looks really good.
Cool. All right.
And
So
then,
we all agree on Legend of Zelda? Cool.
Yeah. Seems that way.
All right, cool. Yeah. Let's see what they got for us next.
Starting to get into ones we can actually talk about.
Oh, yeah. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. And
well, you can already
Arcane.
Discount Uncharted.
Oh, yeah. League of Legends. We have Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show. We have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And we have Uncharted. Lambo, do you want to elaborate why you could...
Uncharted is not winning. I can tell you that right now. Bro, people that have played the game and seen the movie did not like the movie. It is not faithful.
Tom Holland in it.
I don't care if Spider-Man's in it.
Oh.
Like, it's not faithful to the story of the games. It tries to take elements of all four of the games and smash them together. Like,
yeah.
They shouldn't have done that. They should have stuck with, if you wanted to adapt it and kind of change it up. I get it. You don't have 20 hours to adapt the entire story into a movie. You have, an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's it. So of course you're going to have to change some things. But why would you then try to smash together elements from all four games?
I
don't know. Instead of, spreading it out different movies.
There was a movie that came out, and I never heard anything good or bad about it. Like I didn't talk to anybody that said, "Hey, did you see this movie?" I saw it. Like I didn't hear it was good or bad. Like, and you said
it's just gray area, huh? Yeah, that's new.
And that's actually one of my favorite games, like of all time. Like the whole Uncharted series. I didn't catch the movie, but when the movie came out, like I really didn't hear anything about it. So I'm assuming the movie wasn't good,
Okay.
And so, I don't know why they cast Mark Wahlberg as Sully.
Ah, man.
And and random thing before you go, Toro. So before they even made this movie, I would say a couple of years ago, I was like, man, if they ever made Uncharted movie, Mark Wahlberg would be a great Nathan Drake. But then they put him in the movie as Sully, right?
Yep, he would have made a better Nathan Drake than Sully.
Man, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm just bursting out of my seat to tell y'all. It's so weird y'all bring that up because I had thought of who would play Nathan Drake before, Uncharted just was super popular. Back around Uncharted 1, there was this guy, he's actually a comedian. And when I first saw this comedian, I was like, man, this dude he talks like him and he looks like him. Y'all know Dane Cook? I always thought Dane Cook could pull off Nathan Drake. 100%. No, 100% he could pull off Nathan Drake. If he acted a little serious and kept his wisecracks, no, he could. I feel like he'd be a better Nathan Drake than Mark Wahlberg. Unpopular opinion.
Well, yeah, but that's not saying much.
No, it's saying a lot to me. I'm gonna defend him.
No, I'm saying Mark Wahlberg, while he would make a better Nathan than Sully, he is not. I don't think he should have been cast in this movie at all.
What really pushed me towards casting him as Nathan Drake, one of my favorite movies has Dane Cook in it. It's that rom-com, Good Luck Chuck, and he's chasing after Jessica Alba.
Yeah,
that movie, I love that movie, and
it's a pretty good movie.
At the end, when he think he's going to lose her, and he's on the plane, and he gets serious telling her, I feel like that he could be serious, and I feel like he could play a good Nathan Drake. But as for who I think's going to take it, because they stuck pretty much to the video game, like all of these added extra elements. The ones I've seen Arcane, League of Legends, and I've seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Arcane is not a bad show. Like it got all kinds of awards and praise. But my personal pick, and I know they're gonna say I'm biased, but it's Sonic 2. Sonic introduced humans,
Never would have
right?
seen that
He
coming.
interacts with humans, and Sonic lives with his adoptive mom and dad, yada yada, what have you. But the references to the game, they even got it down to, spoiler alert, cover your ears if you didn't know, it's only on every commercial, but Knuckles is in the movie, right? And I remember being a youngster, about 8 or 9 years old. I'm gonna tell you how it won me over. I was 8 or 9 years old, and when I got a new game, back when we were pure of heart, Sonic 3, getting that game was a big deal, right? And I used to read that instruction booklet like it was an encyclopedia. I'd read it over and over. Knuckles, they give everybody their their profile, like their stat sheet, like how tall they are, and likes and dislikes. Knuckles' favorite food is fruit, and it says especially grapes, right? That memory was, acquired at 9 years old. So imagine me being in my 30s and I'm in the movie theaters, and at the very end of the movie, they're like, "Hey guys, you hungry?" And he's like, "Do you have grapes?" That kind of made me, want that in there. So
they
Sonic
remembered.
2, yes, it is full of stuff
Little
from the
Easter
video
eggs
games,
shit
and
like that.
yeah, for sure. It even comes down to when Sonic is in the water and he uses the bubble. I can't tell you the reaction of the crowd when he got some air from that bubble. Now, sadly, he didn't make the whoop whoop. It didn't make that little noise, but it still was cool that they put that in the movie. But my personal pick is Sonic 2. But I think Arcane, once again, League of Legends star power, Arcane is going to take it. What you think, Lambo?
I think it's between those two for sure. I know there are a lot of people that like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but it's new, and so I don't know if they have quite the fan base as the other two. But I mean, I do see a possibility where Cyberpunk could take it, but I think it's most likely between Arcane or Sonic.
Goddamn Cyberpunk. All right, we'll see. All right, moving on. We talked about that one for a while, but moving on. Let's what we got next. Oof,
Best debut
we might as well
indie.
just skip this one because we don't know.
Well, I mean, it's
about
gonna be Stray.
Oh, you just saying Stray because the cat's adorable? All right, good guess.
Well, I mean, he looks like
there was
mine.
a lot of talk about it when it first came out, but
Check it out. All right, next category. Oof, we don't know nothing about these guys either, unless y'all know these wonderful people.
Nibelian's gonna win though.
Yep, I'm going with
He does look pretty cool. So the category in question is Content Creator of the Year. We don't know any of these content creators, but I'll name them off just in case y'all are listening. We have Carl Jacobs. We have Ludwig. We have Nibelian. I hope I don't mess up this person's name. I don't want his loyal fan base coming after me, but Nobru or Nabru. And what is it? Cutie Cinderella.
Cutie Cinderella.
So, yeah. But yeah, those people. Good luck to them.
Definitely Nibelian. He's taking it.
Okay. So our next
now we can talk about this one.
Yeah. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. And we have Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. We have Multiversus. We have Overwatch 2. We have Splatoon 3. And my personal favorite, why would everybody not vote for this wonderful game? Right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So y'all talk to me.
Yeah.
What is y'all's choice and who y'all think is going to take it?
I think BLJ.
I personally a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles myself.
Right on.
That was a great experience, if I say so myself. I actually spent time leveling up all the characters to level 10. I haven't played the game since, but it was that fun that I felt like I needed to do that before I stopped playing it.
Put a lot of time into it before.
Yeah. But I would say if I had to choose who's going to win, it would probably be Multiverses, just because of how big. how big name of the characters are. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
well, actually, no. I'm thinking of like the wrong category. Best multiplayer game, probably Call of
Yeah,
Duty.
best
Actually,
multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna
Call
agree
of
with
Duty.
you there. That's who I
Yeah.
think is going to win. It's Star Power.
Yeah.
They release one every year, and apparently they said this one they're not going to release one next year after this. They're going to continue to work on this one, and it has a lot of people excited from what I hear. So there will be no annual Call of Duty next year. They're going to keep working
Yeah.
on this one.
Just like you
Yeah, I
guys,
was
I feel
thinking about
like.
that. Like it was like the better fighting game or something. But yeah, multiplayer Call of Duty definitely would win this one.
All right,
Yeah, I have to
Lambo,
agree
did
with
you
you
have something else
guys.
to add?
I do want Turtles to win because I feel like it is something different from what we usually get, and it does have a pretty solid multiplayer experience. Pretty seamless to just jump in, play with friends, and there's more than just the turtles. You have all the other characters as well. Multiverses, I know a lot of people have said they think that one could win. I feel like Multiverses, though, it came out with a lot of hype, but then after the first week or two, like you just didn't really hear about it much. So
They're still releasing updates, but it's definitely
yeah,
not as hype as it was. It's kind
mhm.
of done stabled out. It's not dead,
Yeah,
but it's not as popping as it was.
yeah. And then Overwatch
Oh, you
2,
wait
I've
till
heard has a
Project
lot of
L.
controversy so far, so I don't think they're gonna get it.
Yeah, me neither. And Splatoon,
So
a lot of people play it, but it's not as
mm,
popular as COD.
yeah,
Call of Duty is
yeah,
so popular, people say that you play COD. So yeah, COD is going to win, I'm sure. All right, let's
yeah.
jump to
I'm
the
pretty
next
sure
one.
that's
Huh?
what it's gonna be. Ah,
Whoa, y'all want to skip this one?
Well, let's see.
I mean, isn't this the
None
only
of us
genre
are.
of games BLJ plays?
No, I don't care, man.
It's gonna be FIFA
So
23. That's who's gonna win.
best sports racing game, Lambo says it's going to be FIFA 23. So we'll just leave it at that.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Yep.
So best sim slash strategy. Best game focused on real time or turn based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. And we have Dune, Spice Wars, never heard of it. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total War, Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, never heard of it. Victoria 3, never heard of it. Lambo, you want to give us some insight on these categories?
As somebody that
'Cause I
plays
am
strategy
hell
games
lost.
from time to time, I feel like this was kind of a lackluster year for strategy games. I do know there's a lot of people that love the Total War series, so I could see that one taking it. But at the same time, you got Mario, so it's possible that one just comes from behind and steals the show. And the others, I
Mario.
don't really know much about, so it's hard to say one way or the other. So if I had to just pick one, I think probably Total War, but it could also be Mario.
Cool. Cool. All right. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Instead of me saying irrespective of genre or platform for the 90th time, I'm going to read the sentence before that. How about that? But the nominees are. I feel like I'm at the damn award show. The nominees are
Right?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, or Splatoon 3. A lot of Nintendo games on this one,
Yep.
but best family game. So I'm going to throw a little insight. It's going to be Kirby is a popular household name, but I feel like that Splatoon, a lot of younger children play Splatoon. And I feel like a lot of younger children will talk their family into playing Splatoon with them. I'll
Well,
be really
you,
surprised if Splatoon doesn't win.
you
Really
can't discount the
surprised.
Lego games either, though.
Oh,
Lego games have been
I
around for what, 20
completely
years now?
overlooked that. Yeah, you're right. But I'm thinking of best family game. You might be right.
Yeah.
But you might be right.
I could see
I'm still
parents
hanging on
getting into the
Splatoon.
Lego games just because it's Star Wars, and then kids.
And it's a story too.
Yep. It's a story. It's a
I
Lego
even go as
game.
far as saying down here in Arizona, they have a Lego land. I don't know if they have that in Texas, but you can go to the mall, and this is big portion of the mall, but it's like just for Legos. So you go in there, you can play with Legos, you can buy Legos. Like it's a whole Lego themed huge store. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I feel like they have stuff like that.
Pay a visit.
They have stuff like that easily goes with, hey, Mom, when we get home, I can't wait to play Lego video games. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well, y'all convinced me now. I think I'm convinced now, too. Lego Star Wars probably will take it.
Yep.
So,
I want Kirby to take it, but it's
yeah,
probably Lego.
Gotcha. All right, let's see what's waiting for us next. Oh man, this is what TYFP is about. This is our genre. I'm gonna read it excitingly. Best fighting game, for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat, 1v1 mano e mano, and the nominees are DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu.
Okay,
right,
no. Before you go on, this is what I wanted to say. One of these things is not like the others.
Find the difference.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about because they all are fighting. Well, what do you mean?
They are, but it specifically says primarily around head-to-head combat.
Yeah.
Is Sifu like a one-on-one fighting game where you fight each other, or is it just like a one-player game?
Interesting.
Like, from what I understand about Sifu, it's more of an action combat game, right?
Yeah, it is not a fighting game. I have no idea what Master Sifu is doing here, but
yeah. So I'm not saying anything bad about Sifu. I just don't think it belongs in this category.
Yeah.
It don't.
All right, Bill J, are you going to rip
this game there?
Are you going to rip Multiverses again? Remember a while ago you were saying Multiverses, but fighting game now. So do you think that was going to
I feel like in the fighting game genre with these nominees, I feel like King of Fighters is the complete fighting experience.
Yes.
With all these nominees. But I feel like when it comes to what more people would know, popularity-wise, they'll probably go to Multiverses.
I also say the same thing. Multiverses is going to win this by a landslide. King of Fighters 15 is a true fighting game. The inputs are not. They tried to find the middle ground between casual, friendly, and I put in my input and it's not working. I feel like King of Fighters technicality will run off newcomers. They'll play it for a little bit and put it down. Multiverses has Shaggy teaming up with Batman and Batman holding a sandwich, so it automatically wins popularity-wise because
I don't know.
Casual gamers, get this, casual gamers outnumber the hardcores. So the hardcores may pick another game to win, but Multiverses is going to win by a landslide because it's a casual gamer's world. Don't forget, dude, they run it, dude. Multiverses is going to win, dude.
I don't know, brah. You can't underestimate the power of the JoJo stands.
I don't think they're going to have enough. They're not going to have enough pull to overthrow Multiverses.
I'm just saying you can't underestimate them.
And still not be enough to overtake the Multiverses. You know?
Maybe not, but I'm just saying it could surprise you.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll compare our results. Now, I was going to say what we'll do is we'll compare our results of everything that we guessed, and when the game awards happen, we'll compare on a future episode and see how right or wrong we were. But what were you saying, Bill J?
And before we go to the next slide, can we just have like a brief little discussion about DNF Duel? Like that game was on the hype train. It was all the way up. The first two betas, I remember myself playing both of them, having like way too much fun. Like, I had no business having that much fun. I was like, I can't wait for these games to come out. Then the game finally came out. It was fun, and then it died down in like a month or two, like all the way out. Like, why do you guys think that is? Why do you think it died out like that?
Just Twitter and opinion. And they said that every character was overpowered, which they were, but there were one or two that were overpowered, and that, you know, made people mad. And social media spreads like wildfire. And it's not fair because I can compare MVC 2. That's a godlike game, right? Everybody loves it. But MVC 2 is more broken than DNF Duel. I don't care what anybody tells me. Like, MVC 2 is a glorious mess. That's what I want to call it, you know. So DNF Duel is pretty much the same thing, but people don't want to play it and say, oh, this game's bad. But we haven't seen the last of DNF Duel. They're working hard on an update, and they even teased us with more characters. So I won't count DNF Duel out yet, but that's what I believe happened.
Yeah, we got to count it out in this particular
category.
This category,
it's definitely not winning this one.
It sucks though, man, because I really like the game, but it's just
And we were talking about Jam. Stryker is one of my favorite design characters of all time. I'm actually gonna get Lambo, and I know I have a screenshot of her somewhere. I'm gonna get Lambo to pull her up in all her glory because I think she's such a well-designed character. So there she is. But I need to get a shirt that says R height. I said R height. I heart Stryker. So you can call me a weeb or whatever, but I like Stryker a lot. Cool. So
Stryker's pretty cool, man. That's actually one of the only characters from DNF Duel that I actually had the chance to draw.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I got R height Stryker. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe she had me tongue up. But
height Stryker?
Yeah.
What is that?
Instead of I heart Stryker, I said R height Stryker. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I don't know where that came from.
Words are hard, man.
All right, yeah, man. Well, let's go to the next category. What we sitting on? What's the next surprise? Oh man, here we go. Lambo's rubbing his palms together. Best
I already know what I want to win and why.
Oh yeah. So for the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. And the nominees are Elden Ring. I don't know if it's Live Alive or Live a Live. Don't throw tomatoes at me. Yeah, Live a Live.
Live
Pokemon
Alive?
Legends. Is it Arceus?
Arceus.
Is that how you pronounce it? Arceus. See, Lambo's the Pokemon expert. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, or Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So what y'all got?
Well,
Nothing.
First off, what do you think should be? What do you think should win this one, Toro?
Who I think should win? I don't have a should win in this particular group, but I tell you who
So
I
Elden
know
Ring's your choice by default.
Yes, because that game still receives hype now. There are constantly new videos, new strategies being uploaded daily. I want to give a special shout out to the Xenoblade saga. There is it's a spinoff, like a 0.5 game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's the prequel.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Xenoblade Golden Torna. And I will tell you guys this. I was just bragging on Stryker, right? There are two characters in that game. It kind of made me sad. They almost made Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, but they decided to go with Rex and Pyra and Mithra instead. Rex is a background character, and Pyra and Mithra are the characters. But Jin and Laura, and I'll try to find a picture of those two as well. But Jin and Laura are some of the coolest characters I've ever seen. And I enjoy their game. I won't tell you their story. I'll talk about it maybe another podcast. But Jen and Laura, shout out to them. If any of those creators are listening, or somebody that has the star power, to get to those creators, bring Jen and Laura back. They were two very memorable characters, and I would like to see them in another game. And shout out to Jen's American voice actor or English voice actor. I'm not going to say American. His English voice actor, a phenomenal job. So shout out to you. And I don't know you by name, surprisingly. What was you saying, Lambo?
Well, this may surprise you, but I'm going to say that Legends Arceus should win this one.
Do elaborate,
Elden
good
Ring.
sir.
Yeah, Elden Ring, everybody's like, oh, Elden Ring was a masterpiece. It was a great game. It's perfect. 10 out of 10, blah, blah, blah. I wholeheartedly disagree. Elden Ring is a great game. It's a solid entry in the Soul series, but it's not a masterpiece, and it's not a 10 out of 10. It has so many bugs, so many reused assets, and the PvP was very imbalanced and busted, which, yes, now they've made some progress towards it. It is getting better, but it's not masterpiece material. Don't get me wrong, Legends Arceus isn't a masterpiece either, but I feel like Legends Arceus did a lot to take the Pokemon formula and change it up a bit and refresh that formula and go in a direction that a lot of players have been wanting for years and make an RPG out of it. You know, they made a game where you can run around, have Pokemon actually show up in the wild, Pokemon actually attack you, the player, and you have to dodge and try to get out of the way. They improved on the models, they improved on the combat animations. There's just so much in the game that was improved over the previous games that I feel like it deserves it more than Elden Ring does. So that's my kind of quick and dirty reviews.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, man. I enjoyed listening to it. All right. So next category. There you have it. Pokemon Legends should take it, but let's see what we got here next.
I hope so.
Best action / adventure. For the best action / adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Your favorite.
And the nominees are. What's up? What'd you say?
I said your favorite. Puzzle solving.
Oh no, man. Shout out to my boy Jeff P. You know how much I hate puzzles? Boy, it's make me static brain. But anyways, look, they even got the game on her that riles me up. But the nominees are A Plague Tale, Requiem, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon, Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. I'll tell you off the top, I have not played Stray or really heard of Stray or Tunic. But I will say that I have seen Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, and A Plague Tale Requiem. So I don't really have too much feedback say-so on this. Lambo, do you have any?
I think we all know who's going to win this one.
Oh, yeah, just because they're there.
Well, yeah. Stray's got this one in the bag. Right, guys?
Right in that little backpack he's got on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure God of War is going to win this one. Like,
so who do you think go get a close second? Any idea?
I could see Horizon coming in close second.
That's what I was thinking. But it got plenty of praise.
It's definitely between those two, but I think God of War has a pretty sizable lead.
Landslide. I'm sure that isn't his name Mr. Christopher Judge? I'm sure he'll probably make another appearance because they know they won. They'll be there. I'll be surprised if they didn't show up, but I'm not gonna set my expectations high. But
as you'll see, they've been nominated for several categories, so I'm pretty sure they'll be there expecting to win at least one of them.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving. Let's see what's popping. Best action game.
Now it makes sense.
For the best. Oh, yeah, for sure. For the best game in the action genre, focus primarily on combat. Boy, that sounds a lot like Sifu. And the nominees are Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Master Sifu, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Y'all want to elaborate on these?
Do you feel like one of these doesn't belong in this category?
Oh, I definitely do. That's why I staggered when I said it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But technically, COD is action, right? It's a shooter, but I don't know.
It's a shooter first. I feel like it should be in the best shooter category, not in the best action category.
Yeah. That it just makes me feel like our lineup is kind of lackluster this year, that they're putting placeholders, games that don't really fit the mold. But I will say this, I have not had the pleasure of playing Bayonetta 3, but I've been hearing good things about the game, gameplay and love letter to the fans wise.
Yeah, I've heard
With
nothing
that
but
being
good things
said,
about it.
Yeah, I feel like that popularity wise, Bayonetta will probably win. Sifu is a good game, but the learning curve, the learning curve of Sifu probably ran people off at the club stage, so they didn't get to appreciate the game long enough to think it's the best action game, because Sifu was downright brutal. And there's plenty of times I had to cut the game off and take a break, because that is a difficult journey. And you age every time you lose on that game. And that game is rough. And my fan favorite, of course, I'm biased. I see anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it deserves to win. But I think Bayonetta is going to win. But what do you guys think?
Me personally, man, I want to say out of all these games, I like Seafood the most. For me, it was super fun. It was super fun. Like, unlike others who probably left the game alone at the club stage, I decided to crank the difficulty up and go past that, and whatever. But I feel like Ninja Turtles would have a good shot at this one, because of what the game represents. It's a party game, it's an action game, a lot of fun there. You know what I'm saying? Especially like online, you could just jump in and play with people. I feel like that kind of goes in with the action. The game doesn't slow down. Like, you could just jump in and just play. You know what I mean? And it's a combo heavy game, just like Bayonetta is, or Sifu is. You know what I mean? There's other game that's on there. What's the one? Neon White? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we didn't bring that up because we don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Never heard of it.
If I had to give my best guess as to who would win, I would say Ninja Turtles has a good shot, maybe.
Okay.
And I ain't never played Bayonetta though. Bayonetta might be amazing. I never played it. I know it's kind of like what's the game that you always talk about? Edgy Lambo.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's like that, but with a young lady, right?
Yeah, it's the spiritual successor to Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that'll win.
Hell yeah!
I would agree with the two of you if Modern Warfare wasn't there.
Oh, you think you think COD is going to take it?
Unfortunately, I mean, like we said several times, it's a popularity contest, and out of all these games, which one is the most popular? That's why I don't think they should throw stuff like that in there. But then there's going to be plenty of people who have never played any of these games and have only played COD, and they're going to vote COD because it's there.
Right. Well, you converted me again. COD it is. Let's see what's waiting for us. We winding down to the nitty gritty. So let's see.
We got like 30 more slides.
No, we don't. Best VR/AR for the best gaming experience.
I don't got an Oculus.
All right. So after the fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, Red Matter 2, we don't know, so we leave it.
Among Us VR for the memes. Why not?
So the next one is innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. And the nominees are As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1 remake, and The Quarry.
Man, I'll say the settings that they have in The Last of Us, for accessibility. Kind of crazy. I don't remember all of them, but I remember they had so many settings in the game to where, like, if you're blind, like you can play through the whole story still. you know?
Really?
Yeah, they
I've
got
heard
like
that
uh,
Ragnarok has a pretty extensive settings list too, right?
they do. I didn't look at them. You know me, I just hopped in the game and started playing. But
Yeah.
if they're anything like The Last of Us, I don't know which one to win because they have it built in a way that anybody can play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody. If you can see, you can't see. If you can hear, you can't hear. Whatever the case may be, like they got settings to help you get along in the game.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So if y'all had to pick one to take it, I'm on the sideline. This nominee, my dudes. But if y'all had to pick one, who y'all got?
Return to
I'll say
Monkey
Last of
Island.
Us.
Last of Us and Return to Monkey Island. Well,
Yep.
may the best
For
guess
the
win.
laws.
We'll see. For the laws. Gotcha. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. And the nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, what is that? Final Fantasy 14, Fork Knife, No Man's Sky.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fork Knife. I think they're going to win.
Think so.
They even pulled me back in.
Yeah. Popularity.
Yeah, popularity and game updates and patches. They add like new stuff like weekly. Like
All the
they
time.
rotate out the weapons weekly, and they got
Yeah.
all these cameos, celebrities, so many different things. Like Dragon Ball Z recently, they visited the island, and you got to pick up this item and throw Kamehamehas, and they actually have a creator mode, or you can build your own maps and stuff. So I feel like that Fortnite will definitely take this category by a landslide. So that's
Yeah,
my
you're probably right.
2 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But I also heard, and I ain't gonna stay on too long, but I heard Final Fantasy 14 had a great community too. Like in regards
they've
to,
they've got a lot of community support too, and like as much as I want them to win it, like we've said, it's a popularity contest, so I'm pretty sure Fork Knife is going to win, even though 14's community support staff definitely deserves it, and I feel like No Man's Sky, like they definitely deserve credit for turning that game around from what it was on release and making it as popular and as good as it is now, but I don't know anything about their community support team, and so I can't really speak to it, and that's not really relevant to them fixing the game necessarily.
Gotcha. All right. Well, moving on. Best mobile game. I don't play mobile games, so I don't know if y'all want to talk about this one.
Nah.
Y'all took too long. Well, we sound like some boomers.
It's probably going to be Marvel Snap.
Marvel Snap. Get out of here.
I have no idea.
I know a couple people that are playing it.
Okay.
Is it like didn't there used to be a Pokemon game called Pokemon Snap or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Nintendo 64. And nah.
Is it like that? I'm taking pictures of superheroes?
Nah.
I don't know.
As far as I'm aware, it's like a combat type of game, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask y'all this. How ironic would it be if Diablo Immortal won and they were in all that controversy by saying, what? You guys don't have phones? And this is best mobile game. What if Diablo Immortal won? How funny would it be if that same representative came out? Ha ha, suck it, haters. That would be funny. But I think that Diablo Immortal has a snowball's chance in hell of winning. But if they do win, I
see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's either going to be Genshin or Marvel Snap, but I know I've heard a lot of good things about Marvel Snap lately, so I feel like they have a pretty decent chance.
I feel like Apex has a chance too, because people love Apex, but we'll see.
Yeah, this one's definitely a more close race.
Getting down to the nitty gritty. Best indie game. So, for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. And the nominees are Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Master Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. And I'm going to just go with Sifu because that's the only one out of these that I've played. But I also know that Stray got a lot of praise and hype. So I don't know. I don't know who won that one. Tunic is a little
we
Link
keep
Fox.
seeing this
looks
Tunic
cool,
game.
but I
Maybe
didn't
it's
play
something
it.
we should check
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. We should. BLJ, you got any input or you just vibing?
I only played Sifu. Excuse me, jeez. I only played Sifu, so whoops. That's the only game I know about. So Sifu.
Okay, cool. We'll see who wins. But we are. Who do we say, Lambo? Stray? Is that what
You
we
said
banking on?
Sifu. I'm going to go with Stray.
Nah, I want Sifu to win, but I think Stray's gonna win.
Oh, I got you. You think Stray will...
Yeah,
I
that's
got
what I
you.
was
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Best ongoing. Awarded to a game
you already
for
know my answer
outstanding
here.
development of outstanding development for ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So I know who won this. I'm gonna name off the nominees. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fork Knife, and Genshin Impact. This is still a close race because Genshin Impact is still being supported and people love that game, even though a lot of people said it's, what is it, a pachinko game, like a gambler game? I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
Loot box heavy. It's based on luck.
yeah.
Back in the gap when this game first touched down, this game brought in so much revenue that the company CEO, I believe it was the CEO, he bought everyone on board a PS5. It was something like they took a picture of. It was like a mountain of PS5 because that's how good the game did.
That's why the rest of you couldn't get one.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Hoyoverse.
Me included. Because I ain't got one. So.
Now you know who to
I
blame,
feel like
BLJ.
again. Yeah, I feel like Fork Knife is going to take it again. It's constantly evolving.
Most likely.
Yeah, all kinds of cameos and game modes. So I think Fortnite is going to win best ongoing. Games for impact for a thought-provoking game. Oh yeah, we don't know any of these, but I'm gonna read it.
I was about to say I haven't heard of any of these games.
Game with the pro-social meaning or message. Yeah, we don't know any of these games, so we ain't even gonna sit here and entertain y'all with these. Next, best
there you go.
Performance.
There he is.
Oh man, here we go. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. So, two of the nominees, I'm not familiar with them. The other three, I have some familiarity with them. The nominees are Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch. Fun fact, she also voiced Cassie Cage in Mortal Kombat 10. A Plague Tale, Requiem, Miss Charlotte McBurney, God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge, Immortality, is it Manon Gage, and another God of War Ragnarok. What is it, Sonny Soljic? I hope I pronounced his name correctly. So, I feel like this is going to be a powerhouse. It's going to be close because even though Horizon came out earlier, people love Ashley Birch. I think she also lent her voice in Life is Strange. I'm pretty sure she did, and people enjoyed her in that game as well. I feel star power.
Choice.
People love. Who's your choice?
She's my choice. That Ashley Birch.
Oh, you said she's your choice?
That's who I think should take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's good. I feel like by star power alone, Christopher Judge is going to take it. I've heard
Most likely.
nothing but praise in regards to him making Kratos evolve as a human. Well, he's a god, but as a god, but shows his human side as a
Spoilers.
father. Oh yeah, God of War. Spoilers, yeah. But it shows his soft human side, his humanity as a father, caring about Atreus. And I feel like that he's going to take it. Although I also heard that Sonny delivered, a breathtaking, jaw-dropping performance as well. BLJ, you've been playing through the game. If you had to pick between Atreus and Kratos, Christopher and Sonny, respectively, who would you go with?
Man, so just in short, I would have to give it to Kratos himself.
Okay.
Right? But so I've always been a firm believer in if you're ever watching like a movie, TV show, whatever, and you're looking at the actor or actress do their thing, and whatever they're doing in the show, if it has enough effect on you to actually piss you off, like while you're watching it, or really get under your skin, I always kind of felt like their acting must be really that good if they're acting and doing their roles, but it's got you so involved, so emotionally involved in what they're doing, even if it's a video game or it's a movie, something that's not real. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I want to say there's a lot of moments in God of War where I'll be wanting to punch Atreus in the face.
Oh man!
and it's not even because
Ever wanted to hit a kid so bad.
It's not even because he's doing a bad job of acting or voice acting. It's great. It's just the role that he plays. Like I really be in the seat, like about to throw my controller at this TV sometimes.
Whoa.
So, all right,
do that.
Okay, okay. That's happened. Almost happened a couple times because I died when I should have beat a battle or a boss or something like that. But when they're acting, there is a couple times where he'll do things because he has a lot of impulse, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm so pissed off with this dude right now. You know what I mean? And he just kind of goes on and does his own thing all the time.
He is an angsty teenager.
And I just be so pissed off. Yeah. So, with that being said, I still give it to Kratos, Christopher Judge, but his acting, what's his name? The guy for Atreus, he does really good as well. Yeah, he does really a really good job too.
Oh, cool. Appreciate that elaboration.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump to the next category. But so
what's your choice, Toro?
Nambo says Ashley, huh?
I said, what's your choice? But it sounds like you're about to run it down.
My choice, I'm rocking with Christopher Judge. I think he's gonna win because of popularity. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting to see who wins that one. Mm-hmm. All right. Whoa. So I'm gonna let y'all talk about this one, unless y'all don't want to. But best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. I'm gonna take a hard pass on this one. Y'all want to elaborate about this one or have a guess?
Slightly. So I feel like just because of the history, because I haven't played this game, but I feel like with the history this series has on getting as close to real as possible, I feel like it probably should go to Gran Turismo 7. Because I know they even get to the point where they bring a lot of these cars in to make the models off of. So I'm sure if they're bringing them in, they're probably getting sound clips of the engines, making sure that what the engines actually sound like, they're getting as close to possible in the game, if not an exact match. So I feel like it should probably go to Gran Turismo 7.
BLJ, you got some input while you making crazy faces over there?
No, man, I don't really listen to games like that to get my input in on the audio design.
If it had one of our choice of games with like a soundtrack, a banging soundtrack, it was pumping out nothing but bangers, yeah. And I know it goes off of like realism, like running through the trees or stuff like that. But these particular games, I rage quit Elden Ring probably like 5 hours in. I haven't played Horizon Forbidden West yet. I haven't played Ragnarok yet. And Gran Turismo, I almost bite it. I almost bought it because of hype factor, but I fought off that urge. So I'm not too familiar with audio design. But I'm a stand by Lambo and say Gran Turismo and see if we were right or wrong. We'll see. But moving on, what we got? Here's another one. Audio design. Now we got best score and music. Are you familiar with any of these, Lambo, or are we going hard pass?
Score? What score? I mean, score and music. What score?
A soundtrack.
Okay.
So obviously I'm familiar with Elden Ring. I know a little bit of Metal Hellsinger's soundtrack. The other three, I don't really know that much. I kind of feel like Metal Hellsinger should take it, but I'm also super biased because it is metal music with a lot of like high profile metal artists that came in and did work on the soundtrack. So
yes,
I'm a bit biased on that one. And Elden Ring had some good music, but I feel like compared to other Souls games, it didn't have as many songs that really captivated me like the other games do.
I'm not a Souls veteran, but Dark Souls 3, I could name off plenty of bangers from that game. Deacons of the Deep. What else we got? The Twin Princes theme.
Your song?
That's
Princes, yeah.
That's my banger. Yeah, that's my favorite one out of the whole game. And it was one more. I can't remember it. I didn't play that one too long either. I watched my brother play it. He beat it.
The soundtrack to the final fight, the Lord of Cinder.
Oh yeah.
Hell, even the main menu music on Dark Souls 3 is fantastic.
Yeah. That's what's up. So you said bias-wise, you're going to go with Metal Hellsinger?
Yeah, if I'm being biased.
All right, cool. Well, good luck to your entry. We'll see what happens. All righty. BLJ, you the artist of this group. Maybe you can give us your input. Next category is Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. And the nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn. Boy, if Looney was in here, Scorn. That's all he talk about. And yeah, Stray. So again, I'm gonna take a back seat and let you and BLJ talk it out if y'all have anything to talk out.
How about it, BLJ? This is your topic.
I mean, they talk about like motion capture and stuff. I will say for the Stray game, I didn't play it, so I'm
they're not talking about motion capture.
And that's what it says in the description.
It's just
art
artistic,
style.
Yeah, just backgrounds, just in general, the design of the game and animation.
Well, I don't really want to give too much input because out of all these games, I'm only playing one of them, and I ain't played the other.
So you biased? God of War Ragnarok.
I mean, I can only talk about God of War. Yeah.
So is there anything that stands out to you, environment wise?
In God of War, yeah. I mean,
yes.
A lot of the different enemy types are very diverse. They all look really good. The attacks, animations on the characters all look really fluid. None of them look janky. A lot of the environments are very vibrant. A lot of colors.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of colors and a lot of stuff going on, it's still easy to make out like what's happening. You know, so say if you're walking around and you're in this big, heavily forest tree area, even though there's a lot of birds and stuff like that flying around, like you still know, like, okay, I need to do this objective. And you could clearly see it, even though it's like vibrant colors everywhere. So it's not like lost in, everything that's going on. Yeah. And then like in some of the realms, because, you can travel from different realms, to do missions here, or different realms to do missions there.
Yeah.
I forget what realm I'm in, or I saw it, but they have one realm where they got like little mushrooms with feet and eyes, and they be like dancing around, and they be like happy. And it's like, if I was high right now, like this would be so like trippy for me. You know what I mean?
They'll start crawling out of the TV. And you start yelling at the top of your lungs.
Mushrooms that be like dancing around and like having a good time. And then they got these, they look like fairies, right? And then one time I actually walked up to the fairy to like look at it. And it was like a little alien looking thing, but it looked so pretty at the same time. Like the little creatures, I'm not even talking about creatures that you fight. Like these are just like little NPCs that just run around that you can't hit. But they look really good. They look really cool. You know, I don't know in Norse mythology if that's like a normal thing that the animals, and not the animals, like the trees and plants are living things, but in the game they are. You know, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's not much about the game that I could say this is ugly, this is disgusting. Like I can't believe they went.
You could tell it was made with tender love and care. You know.
For sure.
A strong contender at the least.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. What we got? Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. So the nominees are A Plague Tale, Requiem. We don't really have no experience on that. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality. I feel like we biased a little bit because the entries that we don't know, we don't really talk about them much. But we just speculate. Those that are listening, I'm just gonna say those that are listening, we're speculating on which ones, from our perspective, we like what we liked about the game and why it might win. But what was you saying, Bill J?
All I know is all these categories going to be sad when God of War win 8 out of the 11 nominees they got.
So we already know what Bill J.
It's very possible.
Thinks going to
win. I mean, I don't think they're going to win all of them, but I'm pretty sure they're going to win the majority of the things that they're in, you know?
And it's going to be even funny because it just touched down like, what, a month ago?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. That's what
the last one did the same thing, didn't it? Dropped down like a couple months before Game Awards and then took Best Game or Game of the Year.
That's a question I have for you guys, right? So when the game comes out, isn't there like a certain season that the game could be like even registered to be in the award thing?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's probably like out. Yeah, it probably just barely beat the deadline though.
Okay, because I was wondering, because I was like, if God of War just came out like a month, not even 2 months ago, and an award show is out, like how does it get in the award show? Like,
because majority of people they have review copies, and majority of people beat it.
They probably put it already before we did, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so, I don't think if a game dropped today that it would, even if it was like legitimately Game of the Year, I don't even think it would be on the nominees because it's too late. They've already put the list together and people have already started voting. So there's definitely a deadline somewhere. And God of War probably just barely beat that deadline by a week or so.
So what I was going to say, get this. I've been seeing these two games and these nominees so much, I kind of want to try them. I have no idea what Immortality is about, but it looks interesting. And A Plague Tale, I've heard good things about it. Something about the woman that's pictured. That's her and her little brother, I think. And
that's the second one in the series, isn't it?
Yes, but I think that it starred them in the first one, though. I believe it did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I kind of want to check it out. I think it's another one of those choice-based games. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's an action game. But Bill J says that
there's going to be some puzzle solving in there, though.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll put it on easy mode. Maybe they'll have write it in bright colors on what switch to pull or whatever. But Bill J says God of War is going to snatch up all the awards. So we'll see.
Very possible.
Getting closer and closer. Yeah, getting closer and closer. So, best game direction. You're right, Bill J. Here we are with your game again. awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in the game direction and design. And we have the nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Immortality and Stray.
And before we elaborate on this one, it kind of makes me want to play Stray as well because it's in a lot of categories as well.
Yeah.
So it must
even
be
if these
pretty
games
good.
don't win, they're getting the spotlight, and it'll make people try them out. So brilliant marketing / advertisement. Y'all want to put any input in game direction, or we just gonna go to that category and let y'all talk about it?
This is one that I could legitimately see Elden Ring winning because they did change the formula a bit, and the things they brought into the series are actually good things, like making it an open world game, giving you the horse to ride around, giving you a jump button, the way that weapon arts work in this game. A lot of this were steps in the right direction. So I could see Elden Ring actually having a reason to win this one. And as far as I'm aware, God of War and Horizon 2 probably just kind of kept the same type of gameplay with some small tweaks here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing really too crazy in terms of innovation.
Yeah. God of War is most of the game is exactly the same as 2018 with very few tweaks. I mean, it's got tweaks there, but if you were to watch somebody play both games side by side, you wouldn't be able to tell which one is part one and part two unless you know the Norse mythology or whatever. You know what I mean? They look exactly the same.
Right.
Gotcha.
Different.
But then Stray and Immortality came out, and they definitely innovated. They definitely did something new and creative. So I could also see both of them having a strong chance as well if it wasn't a popularity contest.
Well, there you have it. So Elden Ring is projected winner. We'll see.
So that's what I'm thinking.
What we've all been waiting for, that number one question. And this could be
a big one.
Discussion, or we could be like, and that'd be it. We'll see. But game of the year.
Stray, hands down.
Yeah. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. And the nominees are A Plague Tale, Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, gentlemen, I'm going to take a step back. Yeah. I'm going to take a step back and let y'all talk it out.
Before I get into how amazing God of War is, I want to say,
again,
I didn't play the Forbidden West, but I want to say the first one, Horizon Zero Dawn, amazing game, right?
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
I haven't played the second one, but if it's like the first one and they just added on to it and everything that made it great, they put the little spin on it now to make it even better, which I heard that's what they did. Excuse me. I don't see why it couldn't be game of the year, but I feel like when you got games like God of War that came out and even Elden Ring, I feel like those two, if they weren't there, it'd easily be Horizon Forbidden West. You know what I mean? But I feel like those games just got the little bit over that game to take it. You know what I mean?
I think you're exactly right.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it, Lambo?
What I heard about it, I heard it was an amazing game, but when you got stuff like fatherhood, Kratos, and I don't know what's in Elden Ring, but when you got those two juggernauts out there, it's kind of hard to, beat those two. But I don't know. What do you think, Lambo?
From what I've heard of the games and what I've played of Elden Ring, which I have finally finished Elden Ring. It took me 340 something hours, but I did finish it.
Congrats.
Yeah, don't take this to mean I hate Elden Ring. If I hated it, I wouldn't have put 340 hours into it. But I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is. And from what I've heard of the others, I feel like God of War should be the winner. And I think just like BLJ said, it should be Horizon if it weren't for the fact that God of War came out this year as well. So that's kind of where I'm at, is I think it should be God of War.
Okay. BLJ, you agree? God of War?
God of War, yes.
Okay. Well, that was
About you,
our
Toro?
last.
What's your pick?
Me? Man, I am
Elden Ring,
on
right?
the
It's your favorite game of all time?
Yeah, man, you busted me. I love Elden Ring so much. When I ran up on that giant in the field and he knocked the shit out of me and was like, go home. I knew it was game of the year. Man, Elden Ring is definitely not on my to-do list. But I'm not very well informed on all these games. I've watched some God of War Ragnarok gameplay, and it just brings joy to people who play it. Same thing with Horizon. And Elden Ring, just tons and tons of, praise.
Yeah.
Here's my unpopular opinion. I feel that God of War, it's going to be neck and neck, God of War and Elden Ring. But for some reason, and I could be wrong, I'm going to stand on the opposing side, and I feel like they're going to give it to Elden Ring anyway. I think so. We'll see.
It would be sad.
We'll see. That's going to be good. We're going to see who gets correctly. But with that out of the way, we've reached the end of our own bootleg nominee theory
Award show.
Yeah, first one we've done. Pretty interesting. So
this is definitely an interesting style of the show. I kind of like it. It's kind of nice.
Definitely a lot more chill. Yeah, a lot more chill this time around. We didn't do too much shouting. Oh yeah, profanity. We even turned the profanity down a bit. I'm proud of us. But I'm back.
Fuck you, man.
Whoa, we almost made it.
Like, it's a little more candid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I'm parking the
I can dig
party
it.
wagon right now.
Another episode like this,
Yeah. And now that I had talked about Xenoblade, one day I'll talk about Jen and Laura and why I love them so much. Maybe that'll be another episode.
Because you're a fucking weeb?
Nah, I'm not a weeb. I just have a bit of weeb tendencies. Speaking of weeb, this ain't necessarily Weeb Nation, but I've been doing this.
How are you going to deny it and then turn around and do this?
I'm gonna run out of the shirts, but I'm gonna go on the flex one more again. Know what I'm saying? Can y'all figure out who this is? Yo, see that? Ain't that cool?
Is that Pyrrha from Soul Calibur 5?
Absolutely not. That is the intergalactic bounty hunter herself, Samus. I had to rep. You know what I'm saying? Metroid. So
Samus herself.
I have a little bit of weeb tendencies,
I was quite older when I figured out that Samus was a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You thought she was a cyborg robot like everybody else?
I don't know what I thought it was. I didn't think it was a woman. When I found out it was a woman, I was like, "What?" Like I was pretty surprised.
So you didn't play you didn't play Metroid on Nintendo then, huh?
Is that where they revealed her? The Nintendo game, they revealed.
Yeah, when you beat the game, she takes her helmet off and you see her or I think she takes all of her armor off and you see like her Zero suit at the time, and then her hair is flowing in the wind.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the one I played was I think it was on GameCube.
Oh yeah, Metroid Prime, I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
Which is a pretty cool game. But I didn't know. I thought it was a alien or a dude or something. I didn't know it was a woman.
Yeah, an alien dude. Yep. I'm right here, dude. I'm an alien too, dude.
Alien dude.
Alien dude. Alien dude.
Alien, bro.
Well, yeah, man. Y'all got any thing y'all want to tell the people out there before we shut the party down?
Man.
Thumbs down. What's that all about?
Thumbs down?
Oh, no. It just means I ain't got much to say, man.
He's just going to sit in recovery mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say I don't know what's going around out there, but whatever it was, got your boy. So y'all be safe out there and try not to get sick. Wash those hands. I be in the bathrooms at these convenience stores sometimes. I be in there doing my business, and I hear people walk around my stall and right out the bathroom. I don't hear no water running or anything. They just be not washing hands out here. Nasties.
And then want to go use the drink machine and stuff. That's probably how you got sick, right, dude? Yeah.
They would use the drink machines. They see they buddy they ain't seen in a while. Hey, what's up, man? They be slapping. Oh, what's up, dude?
Man. Nope. Yeah, man. They know better than that. Yeah.
Well, this
we're not
turned into an impromptu PSA about washing your hands.
Yeah. Y'all just make sure y'all be clean out there. And thank you for playing this podcast. And thank you for playing video games. Boom.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to second that. Even though Bill J been saying it this last couple of times, there is no right way to say it, but I say it the reverse way. I always say, thank you for playing video games and thank you for playing this podcast. So think of it as like Flash and Reverse Flash. You know what I'm saying? It's been an honor, guys.
One of those is a bad guy.
I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, I'm going to throw it to Lambo.
Well, you know what it is. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us which winners you think should take it for each category or whatever categories you want. You don't necessarily have to go through all 31 of them because we damn sure didn't. And, you know, make sure to subscribe. Thomas?
That would be nice.
Yep.
All righty. We'll catch y'all on the next episode. What we playing
Let's
tonight,
go play some Final Fight.
I call Cody, my dude. Catch y'all later. Deuce.
Later.
Maybe it's a newbie.